here we go, man. Tail of the tape right here.
It's going to be Picoro versus Jaleshe. Again, Picoro coming in from Peru, first at South America 1 qualifier, using Bison. And of course, Jaleshe hailing from Brazil, taking first at the 2nd qualifier, using the main character, Rashid. So overall, it's going to be a very interesting matchup. It's going to be Bison versus Rashid. Very, very dominant characters that can get away with a lot in their matchup. So it's going to be very exciting to see.
I'm really nervous to see what this Rashid's going to be doing with the action. But here we go. Picoro, Jaleshe, first match CPT 2020 season final commences now. First of 4, best of 7, just in case you didn't know. Now let's go.
I gotta say, man, I always talk about the aesthetics, but the jump in is way more important than that. Jaleshe already starting things strong. Picoro, again, has to be vigilant, in terms of how Jaleshe wants to play.
Oh, the jump back finally finding its mark, and he's rocking the classic in Bison Picoro.
I love that. I love that a lot. But Jaleshe not letting it fly, right? Not letting Picoro get started whatsoever.
Oh, the confirm, the standing medium punch gets a full combo. Anything's gonna do it. Back throw, Jaleshe, get started. Oh, not even activating the trigger yet. Not using any of it. The tick throw off the back and the cross up. Jaleshe already popping off. Wipe off the controller with the jersey.
And I like the fact that he's saving the meter. He had so much life in that corner. He's like, you know what? I'm going to try a different method of escape just to keep Picoro on his toes. But Picoro, again, went for that command grab. I think that still would have been a dangerous spot. Very good call out from Jaleshe. But here comes Picoro now putting Jaleshe in the corner, trying to jump out, but covering the escape. The crush counter, sweep.
Gets the crush and jumps out of the corner on top of it.
You're not going anywhere!
Control, just that HP spinning mixer just to control the range. And you can see Jaleshe actually getting into this range where he feels like he can control Bison's neutral, but I don't think it's working out in the 2nd round.
And the jump in, just trying to create some space for himself. Jaleshe again doing a great job.
Just the raw slides?
He did have the trigger, and speaking of...
Heavy kick.
The regular grab?
Forward throw. There we go, back in at Picoro.
And that was so daunting, though. Picoro with that V-trigger on deck, that could have been any sort of command grab if Jaleshe stood still. But he baited him out. He used the regular throw, anti-aired correctly, and then finished him off with the forward throw.
I like the early usage of that EX meter. That makes you respect that neutral a lot more, especially from a character like in Bison who likes to get in close.
Did you see that? The bravery from both sides. Picoro was stubborn with the scissor kick. Jaleshe throwing out the fierce regardless.
Pressure, jumps out. Nice with the EX. Oh my gosh, it's so gritty with the whiff punishment. Gets the spinning mixer, takes that opportunity to get out of the corner. Did not work out though. Hell attack.
Scissor kick. Now we have mid-screen trigger on deck.
Let me out.
Spinning mixer. Oh no! The finesse in the air. The jump medium punch into the eagle spike. It's just
that extension.
Ooh, it's so nice to look at. That was
and then the dive kick.
Is that the slap chop right there?
That's the slap chop. In the air slap chop. You got to hit them like this.
I like
That's
that.
the only way they stay in the air long enough to get the dive kick. But no, if you look at the back and forth that they're doing in these rounds, it's already looking like Jaleshe knows that Picoro wants to take control. He's like, yo, I know you want to just move around slow. I'm going to step into this range, make you swing, and whiff punish you. Definitely was working out for a bit, but Picoro was like, no. Big crush counter, big damage on the table. It's one of the reasons we're afraid of Bison. Well, I'm afraid of Bison. I don't know.
I'm afraid of both.
Who's not afraid of Bison? Name one person. You at home? Are you afraid? Yes, of course. You don't have to answer that. You are afraid of Bison. Everyone is afraid of Bison. Even Bison players are afraid of Bison.
But here's the question. Like,
saying.
I know this is not going to pertain to the matchup, but I guess I got to ask you guys, who would you rather face off against, Bison or Rashid, right? Either way, it's kind of messed up. It's kind of scuffed, if you ask me.
Yeah. I don't even know. Why would you ever put me in
It's
that
a
position?
rhetorical question. Either way. We already know the answer. It's going to be both. Jaleshe, Picoro into game number 2. Picoro, again, is trying to adapt to how Jaleshe is playing so far, but I feel like it's been tough to call because Jaleshe has been keeping it pretty ambiguous. His options in terms of escaping Bison pressure is something that's kind of like readable. He wants to jump out of the corner. It's just a matter of how and when.
Yeah, he has multiple ways to get out of the corner. I'm glad you brought that up. We saw in that first round, first game, he used the backboard, jumped off the wall. And then, obviously, the next time he tried to just jump clean out. But no clean jumps needed. The first round, game number 2, Jaleshe in control.
We didn't even get to talk about the match.
We didn't.
That was my fault. I'll totally own up to that. Jaleshe is just showing how strong he is in the matchup. He's been training with his 2 buddies over in Brazil, right? So again, it's a testament of his strength. He's reaping what he's sowing.
Ooh, what an interrupt. Stand light kick this time. Tried to charge up that whirlwind. Nothing doing. We saw the check last time for Jaleshe when he did when Picoro did this dash with Bison, but now you see him playing this slower pace. Uses the raw
What a
EX
late
system.
tap. Checking with the roundhouse, jump in, raw, roundhouse. Coming from the side of Jaleche. There's the activation to make the sweep safe, but now chasing him down. But Jaleche is creating a lot of space for those pierces to hit.
Why did he hit it right there? Don't do- Gets to throw in the corner. This is looking good for Jaleche this time.
Oh, and there was a significant gap there. There was a significant gap there before the whirlwind shot took place, but Picoro was just stuck in there. He was stuck in there. He didn't want to take any more damage than necessary. I feel like I couldn't tell exactly how much life he had left, but if he traded with the whirlwind shot, would he have died?
I think so, but I could be wrong. But if you look at, if you right,
Yeah. I'm just
I
saying.
don't want to jinx it.
Nah.
But the fact that Jaleche is actually challenging at this neutral range where Bison is typically plus, you're typically just making sure Bison's not even making you block. He was like, you know what? You're not going to make me block. Nice whiff punishes, big crush counters with that standing fierce in a lot of situations, and just being ready to combat that offense at all times. Rashid's known for how well his movement is and being really squirrely in the neutral. That means it's a lot harder to catch him than most characters. So when you're fighting this character, the hard part is doing that, keeping him on the locks.
Again, for the most part, we're so used to seeing just 2 games straight up. But again, it's best of 7 first and fourth. So Jaleche on a 2-game lead over Picoro. Forward throw with all the momentum right now. Whirlwind shot to check any advances. V-skill 2 coming from the side of Picoro.
Dash up once again. You see Jaleche still playing that same range. Tries to get the sweep, and now you see Picoro starting to challenge a lot more. Slide finds his mark, uses the raw trigger, tries to shimmy him a little bit. Jaleche, no bait, not taking it.
And it's very surprising to see. We haven't seen Jaleche suffer the wrath of plus frame Bison, right? There hasn't been an instance where he's had to sit still for defense.
And this is what I was talking about. He's a squirrely player. That character's super squirrely. He's got a lot harder to catch. But now you see the offense starting to stack up. Oh, the slide once again. You got to keep the legs under control. Raw EX to get out. Jaleche has a chance. Pick it up with a decent life lead. Uses the whirlwind to get through.
Oh, he thought it was going to be on the other side. No, he still caught him with jump medium kick.
Big jump in with the roundhouse, catches the back tech. I was looking for a tick throw. Nothing doing. Look at the gray life on the side and that standing medium kick. I've been saying this for quite some time. You know you're looking at a decent Rashid when they're using that standing medium kick.
Yeah.
Oh, I always say it because it's true.
Raw eagle spike. You know, the Shadow Axe punish wasn't as much as I did. But, you know, a punish is a punish. There is still damage there. They'll take that. I was going to say jump medium punch, but we didn't get that, by the way, from Rashid, from Jaleche. Being so attentive. But that whiff punish.
My man's with the whiff punish. V-skill 2. I just noticed Picoro was running V-skill 2. Gets the flame, dash up, raw EX. Saving the meter for later. Get off of me.
Man, I like that challenge. We're not going to go into the activation because that was a confirmed sweep. Speaking of.
Tries to slide through HP spinning mixer.
Don't take the throw.
Jaleche in control. Wow, that could have been something big. Activate off the...
He's sitting there. No fear of the command grab. And the interrupt to counter hit standing light kick.
The ashy knees. The ashy knees, dog. Ain't no motion on those.
It's windy. It's windy, bro. What do you think it's there for? To keep all the dirt out, to make sure that you stay dry. The ashy knees are on you right now, bro.
I need him to go upstairs and put on some lotion right now. That's just, he shouldn't be doing that.
No.
Shouldn't be doing that with cracked knees.
You see how Jaleche is controlling this neutral, and it's more about like him moving around. But now you're starting getting to see the call-outs. A lot more slow down pace, using these normals, making sure that he can't jump out. He started checking him on the legs a lot more. That's why you saw those slides come out. So he's like, you know what? You like the jump? I'm gonna stagger a little bit, put the slides in there, get the knockdown, keep my pressure. Doesn't stop Jaleche from getting this, but now it's danger time for Picoro. He needs these next rounds if he wants to make this a set.
And now you're looking at the kind of movement that Jaleche is taking for defense, right? When he was under pressure from Picoro, he sat there. He wasn't even trying to move back because he was looking to see if Picoro was going to check him with the low. Oh, big sweep, not punished!
Bad punish. Okay, this is going to give him a chance. Now, if you notice, once again, Picoro started checking the legs because Jaleche was always jumping. He was trying to get out of there, and he's getting called out for it.
And look at this already. Jaleche with a massive lead, a big confirm, one more for stun. But here comes Picoro with the chance.
Oh, the raw EX spinning mixer. Get off of me. Set point. Going up right now. Jaleche. Oh my gosh, Picoro. Obviously, these two training partners that Jaleche had definitely played Bison pretty well.
This is so interesting to see. It's a huge turnaround from what we've seen in the South American qualifiers number 1. It's a huge payoff to see Jaleshe put in these training efforts than download Pikoro for this very moment.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Picoro needs something big. This pace is definitely working out in his favor. However,
Yeah, send him down.
Psycho Axe after. Don't let Jaleche get back control of this round. We've seen what happens. Kind of just runs away with him. Neutral jump. Nothing doing. Check with the stand light kick.
Forward throw now. Find that pressure. Jaleshe with a slight disadvantage, but he's going to make it all turn around with this V trigger. A lot of plus.
Oh, the shimmy. Reset side switch.
What a
Nice
block, but
he
you can't
catches him all
escape.
the way out. It's a whirlwind, bro. V reversal. I feel like we should have seen that so much earlier. Oh, the V.
On the other side, but still down the middle.
Oh, the
Raw.
walk-off throw.
They're
That
slugging.
was raw.
Send it back. I can't believe you didn't punish that.
Jump in.
Oh!
You shimmy, I shimmy. You shimmy, it's like a dance. It's like a dance.
But dude, I gotta say, some of the most intimidating walk speed is from Bison. He's got the slowest walk speed in the game, but it's still so intimidating.
About the form, he crosses his arms, bro. If somebody walked at you crossing their arms, you know they mean business. They're trying to hurt you. That's intimidating.
Terrifying. Oh, the heavies are landing! The heavies are landing, Steve.
That was reverse. I'm switching lanes. Dash up, stand medium punch, trying to keep the pressure. You know what?
Out of there.
Man, this V skill 2 is starting to work out wonders for Picoro. Look at the life lead. Once again, he tries to escape. Life is in danger right now for Jaleche. Nice block.
Ooh! Raw reads.
V reversal. I like it. I like it. Gets a little gray life up there. Use the V
The
skill 2 to
punish.
get out of the corner, and now is the space. Now's the space, and he's chasing that psycho ball across the screen, and there we go. Picoro making it a challenge, gets one on the board, and now we're talking. Now we're talking. The pace of that game was completely slower. And on top of that, that V skill 2 really got him out of a lot of situations where he was like, you know what? I want to get out of this corner now. I know you're going to try to get out of this corner. Make him second guess some of those games where he's like, you know what? I'm going to use the wall. I'm going to just do an EX spinning mixer to get out of there. I like him challenging in these instances. He needs to keep it up if he wants to take control of this set right now.
I'm just thoroughly impressed with the way Picoro has been fighting out of the corner. Honestly, he was at such a deficit right out of the fourth game. He was looking at defeat when Jaleshe, again, was at match point, stuffed Picoro in the corner, but managed to fight his way out using that V skill 2. The cape is on. Now you know it's Alpha Bison.
Actually, one of my favorite designs, Bison, by the way. I think it was because of the Psycho Crusher, but I could be wrong.
The fact that they made that a super
Yeah.
instead of a normal move in Alpha.
That's how you know I'm powerful. Scissors kick to answer back. I like that medium kick right there, just to make him respect the space. Walks under the cross-up attempt right there.
Another one. Okay. Just as efficient, right? Crouching jab is just fine.
We saw him go for it a little earlier. It didn't work out, but still committing to it and working out this time, so I like it.
Oh, he thought he was going to get a grab in. You saw it, the startup on that, but still catches a roundhouse instead. Now stuck in the corner once again. Jaleshe with the pressure. EX dive, or excuse me, head stomp out of there.
Another jump once again. I like the neutral jump to try to catch something, but it didn't work out. Raw activation. Hits him with the chimney.
Yeah, this is trigger 1, by the way.
Oof. Oh, you're dead. You're dead. Put him in the blender.
Finish!
Jaleche once again set point. Once again set point. Picoro cannot lose a round or it is donezo.
That was expensive, though.
That was really expensive.
I think if, if it's going to kill, he's willing to use it. I mean, Picoro only has, what, like a bar and a half now? That's not too bad in terms of resources. And Jaleshe, again, once he gets started with offense, he's not going to need the meter. He's only going to use it during defense.
Quick side switch right there. I like the neutral jump to call out. Because that's going to catch either slide or scissors kick. In some situation, tries to go for the throw. Evades the V skill 2. Once again, the shimmy working out. Makes him hold it. Raw EX and
It's so smart for him to do that after plus frames, especially after the V skill 2. You're not allowed to contest, but you have to be, if you're Picoro, you have to expect that on the neutral jump.
This is not looking good. This situation can spell death. Baits out the V reversal. This is not looking good. Ooh, and that will be that. Jaleche takes it over Picoro 4-1. 4-1 was the set, and man, he made that look like it was nothing. Like he just came out, brush my teeth, beat up Picoro, done and done.
very impressive play, honestly. Again, using the meter where it counts, I think was the story of the entire match, right? He didn't let Picoro get started whatsoever. There were some shining moments from Picoro, but for the most part, it wasn't enough, especially considering Jaleshe does want to spend that meter. If you don't suppress that offense and let Jaleshe get that turn over and over and over again, you're not going to see the light of day.
And you can see right here that he's standing outside those max ranges until he gets going, just like this. And that's the way that Rashid wants to win. This is how I win. Get that corner pressure going, the throw pressure going as well, and all that good stuff. And I'm telling you, people at home, you can call me now, you can call me Miss Cleo, because I called this right here. Jaleshe taking the victory and taking him to the corner. As you can see, this is how you got to win these matchups. You put Bison on the back foot, you got to hold all that.
That's true. That's definitely true. I mean, we literally having a discussion about fighting Bison, and I'm like, look, I don't like fighting Bison, but you definitely have to knock him down. If you knock him down, it becomes a lot easier to deal with it, right? You have to make it so he's not able to move around freely. He has a slow walk speed, like you pointed out, and even more so, this V skill too gives him an opportunity to get out of some of these situations. So I like what he was trying to do, but man, just Jaleshe just looked like he was so prepared.
And as much as we kind of talk about trying to suppress the options on defense against Rashid, right, it's still very difficult to do. EX spinning mixer, you can't call it, right? And even if you just let it slide just a little bit, if you hesitate and block just a little too long, Rashid still has the light kick to challenge and get everything back, right?
He's got so many great defensive options, and Jaleshe's timings on those defensive options were absolutely perfect. I mean, rarely did he get checked, or rarely was they baited. So at that point, it's like, I'm going to keep running my game plan, and I'm going to keep running what I need to do to get the victory. And also, I'm going to run y'all over to the analyst to get that deeper dive.
It was Jaleshe over Picoro 4-1. I want to point out this quote that we heard from Jaleshe. I briefly studied his gameplay. I didn't see much.
Yo, see, now I feel like the preparation for those two might have actually been a bit different in the sense that Jaleshe lost to Picoro. He was the only person to beat Picoro in the CPT Online. I mean, for Picoro was the only person to beat Jaleshe, that's what I mean. He double jeopardied him. And I feel like even when you win a close set, like that loser's final set that they had in CPT Online, it was 3-2. Right. But I feel like when somebody wins a close set, as long as they won, they might not have the same drive towards that preparation. They might feel more confident than they should. Jaleshe right there, it seems like he had all of the answers. I mean, his reads were completely on point. Clearly that had to be preparation. I mean, EXDPs, what, 6 of 6?
Every single time, and that was his way of stopping the tempo. And I think that's what this match was really all about, was 100% Jaleshe dominating the tempo from the beginning. And I mean, you heard Picoro, his play style is a bit random. But what does that really mean, right? So if you pay attention to that and you don't break it down, it might just seem like he's going offensive, he's going crazy. But really, look at the spacing he represented. Every single time he started out the round, he would sit right outside Bison's range for those large normals, all those plus frames, within his own fears, waiting for you to interact with something. Oh, you're not giving it to me? I'm going to dash. I'm going to whirlwind. I'm going to jump. And at any one of those junctures, Picoro's response just wasn't enough. He might have had an air-to-air here and there. He might have checked 1 or 2 of the dashes. But over time, the tempo was totally dominated by Jaleshe.
And not even just over time, but straight out the gate, with that opening with the jump fierce.
It landed.
Yeah.
Instantly, right? It was immediately into offense.
Yeah, he went for that crouch light kick, and that's a theme that we saw represented throughout the entire set. The jump-ins were extremely important, and I think a big issue was that Picoro, he would try to go for either crouch jab, anti-air, or he would try to go for his air-to-air. But air-to-airs, as we know, playing in tournaments, things of that nature, it's very hard. You have to be just looking for that.
Right.
And when he realized that Picoro was just looking for the air-to-air, then again, like, as you said, he will go and represent that dash up. And one more thing that I want to bring up that Jaleshe did amazingly was that stand fierce from Rashid. He timed him so beautifully. Every time they were up there, Jaleshe was up close to Picoro and hitting him with a block string, he would hit that fierce and catch him try to do a down forward fierce or catch him try to do a reversal scissors, and he just wasn't able to change his timing up to stop Jaleshe's download.
Right. And you got to see that every single time Jaleshe was actually on the defensive, he played defense. It wasn't just offense.
Yeah.
Every time that Picoro got an opening, he blocked him out or he landed that EXDP. Oh, so random. But no, that defense, those blocks were there. Bison has some of the best throw range in the game. He had many opportunities to apply that, to apply the command grab. Jaleshe knew the moments to step on the gas and when to apply the brakes, and that allowed him to get so many more openings than Picoro could get, and the damage just added up too fast.